So, when starting out in Magic, I think one of the best systems to learn Magic is the Golden Dawn system of Magic. Unfortunately, that system, there's so much nonsense about it that it's actually hard to start a practice within that tradition. A lot of times you're doing a more watered down version of some of the rituals, but not actually working through the current. I recommend this tradition both because of uh, the rituals involved, but mainly because of the study you do in the Golden Dawn. There's a lot of studying of correspondences, and this will really help you become a better magician and really understand magic. Now, there are a couple of ways to get into Golden Dawn magic. The most popular is by finding a lodge or a temple that you can initiate into. There's a lot of groups out there, not all of them are good, so definitely do your research when looking at them. I would look at testimonies from past and present practitioners in there, see why people left that tradition, what's going on, and just get a general consensus of that group beforehand, because again, there are a lot of charlatans out there who will not be teaching you properly and are just trying to make money. So you do need to look out for that when you're looking for a group. The only group I'll recommend is the Cicero's group. They are a foundation within the Golden Dawn tradition. Now, another way of running magic or running Golden Dawn magic, getting involved in the current, is through self-initiation. This typically is a lot harder than temple initiation because you're usually on your own. There are some groups out there, like online, that help you go through the courses, but it's still very much on your own. And in my opinion, these courses, if done properly, make better magicians because of the discipline needed to complete them. This is also what I personally have been doing. And the course I would recommend the most is Self-Initiation into the Golden Dawn Tradition by Chick and Sandra Cicero. Again, the Ciceros are very foundational in the modern Golden Dawn tradition. Their book on self-initiation is, in my opinion, the best one. It keeps more to the tradition than the other one I will be talking about later. So this is the one I recommend and the one I've been going through. Now, another course on self-initiation through the Golden Dawn, perhaps a more controversial one, is Kabbalah Magic and the Great Work of Self-Transformation by Liam Thomas Christopher. There's a lot of discourse in the Golden Dawn community if this book is a valid initiation into the Golden Dawn tradition. I'm on the belief that it is, but you don't even necessarily need to take my word for it. You can, again, I always recommend people do research and listen to people who've taken the course, and even those who are against it, because it's always good to hear other people's opinions. Either way, it will still make you a magician, and it will teach you what you need to know about magic, which is why I am still recommending it. The only issue, well, the biggest issue, I should say, for me in this book is its overuse of the banishing aspect of the lesser ritual, the pentagram, which is a very common mistake made in modern esoteric practice. This ritual traditionally should be done both invoking and banishing every day. However, he has his own invocations done daily, so I don't think it'd be the biggest problem in the context of his book. And of course, if you are using that book as a course in magic, follow what the book says. That is the biggest thing I will stress if you are following a magical tradition through either a mentor or through a self-initiation course, listen to what is given to you and follow it to the best ability you can. Now I want to get more into how I got into Golden Dawn Magic specifically. When I started out with Magic, I tried a bunch of different traditions while looking for one that I wanted to follow. I ended in ceremonial magic, specifically the Golden Dawn tradition. This is thanks to someone who I consider a mentor, who is also on YouTube. If you do want to check him out, I will have a link to him in the description, along with some other references I've made in this video and resources. And that magician is Frederick Xavier. He is a solitary magician who went through a self-initiation course. He went through the Kabbalah magic course. I personally chose the Cecilia Wells just because it's more in the tradition. It's more traditional to the Golden Dawn. But again, I do recommend both of them. You should look at both of them, see which one you resonate more with. That was also his advice. So what happened is, when I wanted to get more into a structured path, I started doing more high magic. Was following a lot of Damien Eccles' teachings from his book High Magic. At the same time, I got another one of the Cecilia Wells books, An Introduction to High Magic, which is another book I recommend. I don't have it. I just moved, so I don't have the physical book with me, or I'll show you what it looks like. But you can, I'll have a link to that along with the other two books, so you can check it out. And that mixed with Frederick Xavier recommending these two self-initiation courses is why I decided to choose one. And since I had also history with the Cecilia Wells through their Introduction to High Magic course, I went with the self-initiation book. So this is how you would start practicing magic within the Golden Dawn framework, either by finding a temple or going through one of the self-initiation courses. Whichever path you choose, I hope you are successful in your magical journey.